Hey, I'm Robert X. Golphin, standing across the street from the Four Seasons Hotel. We're about to chat with Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Don't go anywhere. Let's go inside.
I kind of like being misunderstood a little bit because I think if everybody knows exactly where I'm coming from, it's boring to watch. You know, back in the day, you used to have the studio heads not allowing any cameras to be shown when people are on vacation, and now you know, you get guys on the toilet and there's a camera, a picture of her eating food in a restaurant. So it's my job to stay as mysterious and misunderstood as possible until it's time for you to get lost in the character.
I'm here with Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Thank you for joining us. What brings you to the city of brotherly love?
Any chance I can get. But I'm here for a movie, Daddy Day Camp.
Daddy Day Camp was hilarious. I saw the film.
Yeah.
When you were offered the role, did you ever consider the fact that the young talent would upstage you?
Oh, they say don't work with children or animals, and there's a reason for that, you know. But we had good kids. I mean, when they got together, their chemistry was fantastic.
And what attracted you to the role of Charlie?
Well, you know, it was in the script. It had a lot of heart to it. You know, there was themes of families coming together. My character Charlie started this camp to be with his son because his son wanted to go off to camp and he wanted to spend the summer with him. And in the process, in the chaos that ensues, he has to call in a favor with his own father, and that relationship had soured. So they're brought back together, and I think it's important, especially when you're dealing with family films, to have themes of teamwork and togetherness like we have in our movie, and I think kids need to see that, you know.
It's kind of funny, some number of years ago, you were a kid getting his hair cut by Eddie Murphy.
That's right.
In Coming to America, and he originated the role,
right?
Charlie.
He did.
In Daddy Daycare. Did it cross your mind that you'd be filling in his shoes or following his?
No. When I read the script, it really felt like a reconceptualization of the franchise. You know, the joke that we had on the set that is, this movie does well, we should do a sequel and call it Daddy Day Camp 2, because it's, you know, there's none of the original cast from the original movie, and you know, I'm a huge fan of Eddie's, but if I tried to duplicate his performance, it'd be a waste of time. So it really feels like, you know, a different movie. The motivations are different, you know, for him to reconnect with his son, you know. And then all the kids, all the other kids in the cast are all new, unknown kids that we found that just are really, really magical. I think people are really going to connect with them.
So a brand new experience.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. I've never done a sequel to any of my movies, so I wasn't looking, you know, to do a sequel, so to speak, you know. But, you know, there it is. Let the people judge.
And in your career, you have chosen a diverse range of characters. You played a hitman in Shadowbox, which was filmed here. What steps do you take when deciding a role? Tell me about that film too.
Well, you know, in Shadowbox's instance, that script came to me by Lee Daniels, and I just thought the characters, the relationships with the characters, and the different interracial relationships and the sexuality of it really blew me away, and I thought it made a powerful statement. So that's why I felt it was important to get involved in that. And I go from each script and I try to find something that I can connect with as far as what they're asking me to do in the movie. And then what's the statement the movie's making, you know? And the older you get, the more your philosophy changes. It's all about working, you know? If I was a guitarist, I could sit in a room all day and get perfect at it. Or if I was a painter, I could paint, you know, a bunch of paintings and then pick the best one. But as an actor, you have to be invited to practice, you know, especially a film actor. You know, to set up the cameras and the lights and everything, you have to be invited to do that. So the best way to get good at your craft is to work, you know, because not all my movies have found their mark, so to speak, you know. But I've learned something from every one of them.
And our show is about the new black film movement, about highlighting African Americans or minorities in the arts.
Right.
You are a pioneer because you, in this era, won an Academy Award, which is now it seems to be becoming a little more commonplace for us, and I'm an actor myself. So,
okay.
What do you have to say to all the talented young actors out there who one day dream of following in your footsteps as it pertains to getting that gold statue in their hand?
You know, you just have to do you. You know what I mean? Do the best work that you can do and focus in creating better opportunities for yourself by focusing on your craft. And then all the accolades and all that other stuff will fall into place. You know, a lot of times kids want to achieve what the other kid has, but you have to be confident in your space first before you can step into the next space. And never take no for an answer, you know. I was told a lot of times that when I smiled at the beginning of my career, the wrinkles made me look too old. You'll never make it. So I just smiled and kept doing my thing, and pretty soon it clicked.
Now, a lot of actors feel like they can't get the work that they need, especially minority actors, and so they decide to develop projects for themselves.
Right.
Is that on the horizon?
Oh, absolutely. I'm starring in a movie with Spencer Breslin, this thing called Harold that I produced. We start filming that next month. Yeah, absolutely. I have another screenplay in development that I've been working on for a little over a year now, that we just secured financing on. So yeah, absolutely. You can't also in that respect sit back and wait for opportunity. You have to create. My career, it's a painting, and you'll see certain colors, but it might not be, you know, I might start off with a blue and then add a little red and get to fuchsia, you know. So you just gotta, you know, the people that have appreciated the work just know that there's a lot more work coming. And there's a lot more looks, big things happening, and that's all I can ask for.